back. Absolutely blowing BG's mind right before we got on the air. I hope you had fun hearing all those nasty things I said before the show. If you could have seen that, I think people can see that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're about to get vocal, baby. Welcome to it. Brandon Galvin, I'm your host of the most on Wood. You are here as well. What do we got to do tonight?
Donnie, we're going to give our instant reactions to WWE's Monday Night Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania. They were telling us all night, this is the show of the shows. They fucking lied.
Here's the thing. You want to know the truth of what I think about Raw now? The post-WrestleMania Raw? I think WWE has convinced themselves like that the crowd's going to be dickheads anyway. We can like kind of just throw all this shit at the wall and see what sticks. And I think that they're trying to like see what the fans are going to do ahead of time and trying to like predict what they're going to want to see and how they're going to react and like booking to that. They're trying to book to a smarky crowd with this post-Raw, but they just don't know what people want. I'm convinced they just don't know what we want. They thought this was going to be a good show for that crowd.
I don't know.
It was at times, but this felt like this post WrestleMania Raw is supposed to be that moment where you're like, holy shit, like the Ziggler ADR moment, this like unforgettable night where you're like, this is what we do. We build to the next year starting tonight. And tonight it felt like any other Raw.
It's just weird because they got it right yesterday at WrestleMania. Like almost everything on that show catered to what fans wanted overall. Like really, but besides not seeing The Undertaker, which we got tonight, that was, they thought we love it for tonight, but that made no sense with Undertaker. He's the guy that we want to see at WrestleMania every year. And for just one time, just give it to us that one moment. I said to you guys in the chat, have John Cena and Elias do something early in the show. Elias comes out later, the same rap that he did, and then the same segment. And everyone would have been thrilled.
Yeah, you're going to read an article in Bleacher Report tomorrow about how silly it was to do all that with Undertaker. And I mean, what he's going to wrestle at Saudi Arabia. It's almost certain, right? I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but is he being advertised? Do you know?
I don't know, but that was the rumors for a while, for months now, that he's going to wrestle at that show. So they'll probably do Elias versus Undertaker at this point, right? Just to give a squash match to him. I
mean, honestly, you'd assume so because they set this up there and they don't have to have them show up to anything but that Saudi Arabia show now.
Right.
But I could totally see them just being like, nah, we're going to do something else.
I hope so. I hope we don't get that. But, like, why not do it at WrestleMania? It makes no sense not to do it at WrestleMania.
So, I want to sit here and I want to fight with you, but like I just said, I have to. When this is over, I'm going to go write a Bleacher Report article specifically yelling about the fact that we used fucking Undertaker there. But
it's inexcusable.
I genuinely don't know why you did what they did with Undertaker. I don't understand why they did what they did. The man is synonymous with WrestleMania,
right?
From just as a businessman, from a marketing perspective, the opportunity you missed by advertising him for the show, putting him on the billboards and shit like that, it just even teasing him. Could he be there? Could not be there? And you could just have him do this. And then here's the thing: you brought him back on Raw unannounced, so there's no incentive to sell tickets there. Like there's no storyline purpose to it. He said dead man and just showed up perfectly, and like that's a fun moment, but moments need to build to other moments. Moments need to create revenue for a company. Moments need to produce something that you will never forget, and this is a moment that honestly is forgettable.
Yeah, and that, well said, that's forgettable, because next week we're not going to be talking about this. The only time we're going to talk about this is right now to complain that it didn't happen yesterday, when it would have been memorable, right?
And when they play the video, if he does face Elias before fucking Saudi Arabia show,
whatever, and no one's gonna care about that either. No one's gonna give a shit that he's facing.
It'll be a good video package. It will be a good video package because it's WWE. They'll make it great somehow.
Yeah, they make great video packages. But last night is when it would have been a great package. Last night is when it would have been memorable. At that stadium with that massive screen to have the lights go out outside at night, that would have been incredible. And unannounced, we've been saying that for so long. It's okay that he's unannounced for WrestleMania at some point, like for one WrestleMania, but then actually have him show up. And they didn't fucking do it, and I'm pissed.
I'm pretty sure with the Cena thing, because that was in New Orleans, right? He was getting called out by Cena. Yeah. Undertaker was on the signage. When we went to New Orleans airport, I saw him on the sign.
Oh, okay.
So he was like he's going to be there. Like if you're WWE and he's in town and they showed pictures of him being there, like I don't know. It's just odd. It's just really, really genuinely weird. You know what else is weird? Setting up this whole show around this match for the possible unification. You would assume of the 2 world championships in the company, only to have the Bar interfere randomly, and we just get a simple tag team match with the faces over. It seems like that's not really that like moment, post WrestleMania Raw moment I expected.
That is awful. That is absolutely pathetic. The moment that you're talking about would be that one of those guys won.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, we have someone.
With the shakeup. And here's the thing, with the shakeup the following week, you have this opportunity to just you add a complete new edge to the entire product. Everything is forgotten. Every other storyline and angle is forgotten because now you're like, what the fuck are they going to do? Because and that's what they said. The draft is next week. So we're going to get a shakeup. Last time it was a considerable shakeup. You have big stars moving from brand to brand. So like,
it was your out to just say, all right, we have 2 people with double champions. We're splitting that up. Here's a tournament for each show, whatever you want to do. Which, listen, I understand them not wanting to have Rollins or Kofi lose after winning WrestleMania.
Don't do this then.
But that's fair. But what I said in the chat was, have the Undisputed Era come out and ruin it. Why are you having the Bar of all people that I don't want to say that we're tired of the Bar because they're awesome. People do enjoy the Bar. But when you have those guys come out who have been just staples at WWE for years and years, and they're just these generic heels, you're just gonna lose the entire crowd. And they did. The crowd booed the shit out of
that. I don't even know. You don't have to force anything. It comes natural on this night. The fans are super into this show. If you just give them something that they would like, give them Seth Rollins and Kofi kind of coming head to head, be like, you think you're so bad? Tease something for the future, and then have them get attacked by the Bar right there, and then be like, we'll team up for now. Don't tease me. Don't tell me it's going to be a Utah winner takes all. Just say, like, have them tease like something like, yeah, wouldn't it be pretty cool if me and you went head to head for both championships? And then they got attacked. They didn't make the match. It happened right then and there. Then you save the main event for anything else, something else that's more important, like Undertaker.
Very least, Donnie, have the match 30-minute time limit draw.
Okay, time limit draws were fun. I've always been for that. That's fine with me.
But don't do it where the Bar from SmackDown are just coming into Raw and destroying the main event just so you can have Kofi and Seth Rollins team up. And then Seth Rollins, like, I don't even care about your championship anymore. Let's go face the Bar.
Yeah, it's odd. It was definitely like, hey man, like, let's just be really there was some of that like Seth Rollins superface kind of stuff coming out where it's like that's not logical that you would say that. You would never you should never say that. But you know what? Speaking of super face-ish, Becky Lynch kind of started her promo being a little Seth Rollins face-ish. She did. We can be honest. The promo to start was not the best, but I think that Mike Chiari had a good point when he said like the crowd is not doing anybody any service, starting weird chants and kind of like throwing her off her rhythm and stuff like that. Yeah. But once she ended well. Once she hit her badass mode where she's like, I'm done with all this dumb shit. I'm going to say what I think I need to say.
Yeah, I'm going to slap everyone's head off. Yeah.
She hit her moments. She had her and she finished strong. And it was a good finish to a shaky start. But I loved, as weird as it sounds, I loved Lacey Evans walking down and just fucking socking her in the mouth. And I loved Becky being like, just smiling like, oh, no, you fucking did not, dude. And the attack right there, I like the battle. And whether it's a feud or not, I like the idea that now that she's Becky 2 belts, everybody wants a fucking piece.
No. See, here's where you're wrong. The women's right is her finishing move, a knockout punch that Becky ate right then and there. Just ate that fucking punch.
Well, it wasn't truly a women's right. People was selling it, but it was a short jab.
That's what they called it. That's what it was. It was her fucking move. And when she's carrying a purse, that I was thinking the same thing Mike Chiari said in chat. She's gonna have like a brick in that purse, and she's gonna smack Becky in the head with it. It was nothing. The fucking
Shelton Benjamin's mama?
What?
Like Shelton Benjamin's mama?
Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome.
Remember that? Remember when she fucking literally used that? I think it was against Hardcore Holly or something where he won the title because she bashed him in the head or something like that.
Fucking brilliant. Why doesn't she have something like a dumbbell or something? Why does she have something in the purse to smack Becky with? That would have been great.
I didn't mind her taking a fucking swipe at her and the punch in the fight and stuff like that. I just think Becky has been booked relatively poorly. But
and I gotta be honest with you, Donnie. This woman just main evented your WrestleMania for the first time ever, and she's not opening Raw.
And there's no Ronda Rousey either.
And no Ronda Rousey.
Broken hand or not, like she should be there. Like, yo, what is with that finish? Like, we didn't even mention the finish there tonight.
Didn't mention anything. No Ronda Rousey, no Triple H, no Roman Reigns. There was no Drew McIntyre. Like, this show was so weird.
Yeah, this was definitely. I don't know, man. I feel like if someone were to report erroneously that this was rewritten this afternoon, part of me be like, you don't really know that, but the other half may be like, they're probably right. They're fucking probably right. He's like, holy shit, I didn't write Roman Reigns in it. You know, when you write up a page, you do your top 10 list, and they're like, you forgot that match? I got to start all over again. So that's how it feels right now. With Roman. They forgot Roman. No? Do you think my hair is beautiful?
No.
Okay, all right. How about Kurt Hawkins and the Revival? That's still a thing, dude. Come on. But no, that's my segue because it only can get better from there. Lars Sullivan's not afraid of the dark any longer, and he comes on out to play. Good show. I'm excited for that. Does Kurt Angle wrestle?
No, and that's what pisses me off about this segment. He just beats up Kurt Angle of all people.
But is Kurt Angle going to wrestle again?
No.
I could see Kurt Angle wrestling like right away. Money in the Bank, retirement match, and then I just swear to God, I could totally see him being like, "I was gonna retire. I was so sure I was gonna retire, but you know what? Lars Sullivan had to stick his nose where it doesn't belong, and now he brought me back." It's like Pacino from The Third Godfather. Every time he tries to get out, they drag him back in. You know what I mean? Come on, that's fucking exactly what it is.
Kurt Angle is definitely like Al Pacino on The Godfather.
Yeah, and that he's given up on himself, and his body looks like shit. I'm sorry, Al Pacino and Kurt Angle, both friends of the show. What else? What else happened tonight?
Well, Sami Zayn came back.
Oh my fucking God! And let me say something. Sami Zayn, former NXT champion, one of the most popular faces in NXT history. Incredibly popular with the crowd. The crowd, when his song hit, was going apeshit singing it like it was a fucking soccer match. Incredible moment. Mm-hmm. If I'm WWE, what I do is I put him in a match to lose, and then I let him shit on the crowd, which is honestly exactly what they did. So I was okay with this. At first, when you see him lose, you're like, what the fuck? Why are we doing this? But then he shoots on smarky fans, the fucking post-Raw WrestleMania crowd, and it's good. It's really good. So at the very least, at least we'll get him pretty much shooting on the fans every week, which will be very entertaining.
His promo, besides seeing The Undertaker, because of course, we're still happy to see The Undertaker, even though it doesn't make sense. That's the best thing on this episode of Raw was his promo, which is fantastic. Which to me, I feel like Vince just wrote it word for word. I was like, please say this for me.
They didn't write. No, it was transcribed. What they did was somebody walked in the office. Here's what you're going to do, okay? You're going to walk the fuck in that office. It's Triple H. He's like, you're going to walk in the office. You're going to tell them how you think the crowd, the post-WrestleMania Raw crowd, the smartest people in the fucking world. And we're going to record what he says. And that's him shooting, be like, smartest cat, pal, sit down. I got some things to talk about, pal. And then that promo came fucking between his lips, and he's like, Sami, you got to say this.
Yeah. I thought the return was very weird, though. They just show him nonchalantly walking backstage.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
So fair, dude.
Like, why? Why is that a thing? Why is it that Kevin Owens wasn't on WrestleMania in any way? It just doesn't make sense of what they do with these guys. They advertised these guys basically to come back together back in January. Kevin Owens came back, which felt like a month early, to basically lose. Sami Zayn comes back to basically lose.
Well, I think the Kevin Owens situation is that plans changed. Frankly, I think the Kofi. I think it was him versus Daniel Bryan that was going to be planned for WrestleMania until Kofi Mania hit, and then WWE had to make a move.
I guess so. Well, they made the right move there for once.
Absolutely, and that's why they deserve a little bit of credit. And yes, would Owens versus Daniel Bryan have been fantastic? Of course, I don't see why not. I don't see why it still couldn't happen without the title on the line. You could still do it without the title on the line if Daniel Bryan moves past the championship.
Sure, but Kevin Owens should be a heel.
Absolutely, but it's just WWE. They do whatever the fuck they want. Your opinion does not matter to them. Stop thinking it does.
Oh, my opinion definitely does not matter to them.
No, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't give us interviews. We should just mention though that Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston opening the show was a fun moment, at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Seeing Kofi out there, which was like, holy shit, like he's supposed to be here tomorrow, and it's champion in the ring. I thought that was cool. It's just weird of how they finished the night. Like why you would decide to do that way.
Again, there's no questioning it. It's so awesome to see Kofi with a fucking WWE championship. Him coming out, it feels like silly almost. It's like almost unbelievable.
It's great. I am disappointed though they didn't make their own championship. I really thought they were going to do that.
I like that he's the one who brought back the prestigious championship.
I love that title.
He's like, I want to hold the real title. I want to be the guy holding that same belt up. And he doesn't. I don't think he wants to make it like fun and joke. He wants to make it very serious because I love that. I love that they're doing that. I love everything New Day does. Everything they touch turns to gold, and this will be the same damn fucking thing with them.
Yeah.
Again, my problem is not him or Seth Rollins. Well, Seth Rollins is always his dumb babyface shit is pissing me off. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But he's still a great wrestler, and he's good on the mic most of the times when he's not pandering like an asshole.
Yeah.
But again, that's also you forgot to mention here as I'm looking down your schedule. Dean Ambrose gone to AEW. Okay, gone.
Well,
pretty much confirmed.
That's not on the schedule. I have Dean Ambrose getting beat up by Bobby Lashley after Lashley says that they're going to take care of Renee for him when he leaves.
Yeah. Oh, that's very very kind of him to say. You know what I mean? I honestly think
Renee was intrigued. Renee was very intrigued.
Well, Renee's always been into the double buys.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hit it with your pose, BG. Shit, BG. Hit it with your best pose.
Donnie, show me glutes. Show me glutes, Donnie.
I got a giant ass. You don't need that. There's not enough screen on Get Vocal for my whole ass. Anything else? Honestly, I'm just looking at what you wrote here and the Raw results, and I'm underwhelmed. That's the word I'll say. Where I felt like WrestleMania lived up to the hype. I think Raw exceeded the hype for me.
Wait, what?
I think Raw exceeded hype. My expectations were here, and I think WrestleMania. Did I say Raw?
You said Raw. You're saying Raw. I'm very confused.
Okay, again, it has been a long several days. Okay, and I'm with the kid at night, so I have beyond no sleep. But with that said, WrestleMania exceeded my expectations.
I agree, 100%. And I had high expectations for that show.
And I had high expectations for Raw.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's on me.
That's on us.
That's on me. That's on us. Thinking because it used to be that WrestleMania was for the casual fans, and then the Raw after was like, here's your reward for sitting through that fucking trash. You're gonna fucking have this show of like all your favorites coming in and all these new guys and all this fun stuff. And now it feels like WrestleMania is that payoff, like it should be. And then the Raw after, which should be like the start of the next thing, it kind of feels like we're back to. It's like you know what Raw felt like to me tonight. When you go back to work Monday after a long weekend, you're like, I expected it to be different because like I'm refreshed, but then you sit in the same chair and look at the same computer and you're like, this is exact fucking same as it was when I left, man. Nothing changed.
You know what the problem was? All these people that kind of made an impact, if you will, on this show, and besides the Undertaker, they've all been on the show in previous months or were advertised to come to the show, right, in some way or shape or form on Raw. Lars Sullivan was advertised for months before whatever happened with him. Lacey Evans has been time and time again showing up. Sami Zayn, they advertised him back in December, January. And then Bobby Lashley and Dean Ambrose, we've seen them for months back in the fall, and that's not like they didn't even hype up that this was going to be Dean Ambrose. And where was Dean Ambrose last night? What the fuck? Right? He's going to show up on Raw in just a last match thing. Why did they have the last match at WrestleMania?
Let me say this, BG, and this is where one, because we'll yell plenty about all of this with Mike on Wednesday. I think that I would compare Raw to like eating doo-doo, and SmackDown is the Listerine rinse wash to clear out all that doo-doo from fucking Raw. The only, like I said, Big E said. That's literally what Big E said, so that's gross, but it's very real. But I'm looking forward to SmackDown. I'll say that. Like, I'm excited for SmackDown, and I'm excited for NXT on Wednesday.
No, don't be.
I'm excited for SmackDown.
Okay,
and that's really all I can hope for. I still have 1,000 indie shows to watch from this weekend, but I'm trying to watch as many as I possibly can.
NXT is just a recap of TakeOver, and the matches from the pre-show, they're okay.
Okay. They're usually pretty – some of them are pretty good. I think we saw like Nikki Cross and somebody last time. Lacey Evans. That was one of the matches. Remember that? I think it was NXT TakeOver New Orleans. It was one of the first – the opening matches. One of the matches was Lacey Evans versus Nikki Cross. And it was
Kairi Sane, I think it was.
You want to fight about it?
Not really, no.
All right, guys. We're out of here. I got to go fucking write an article. Check it out. I read this article tomorrow on Bleacher. Yeah. BG, tell us what we're doing here and how people can find us here more often.
Donnie, we represent Ring Rust Radio. We are a long-form podcast that goes live every Wednesday. We talk about everything under the sun at WWE. We talk NXT, NXT UK, 205 Live, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and so much more. Every Monday after Raw, we give our instant reactions. And just like Raw this week, we were just disappointing. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I don't have a voice. Donnie's tired. He has an article that he just read, a long article he just read.
It's got a lot of work to do. But that is fine. Like I said, this weekend, you all right?
Yeah.
This weekend is literally this is the week I came. Last Monday was when I came back from my paternity, my baby leave, and it was really like only 2 weeks that the baby's born.
Whatever.
And then my baby's or whatever. But like, I couldn't have come back at a busier time for us.
Yeah.
Like from a wrestling perspective. Like for my travel company, it's like it's fine. But like for everything else I do, this is the Super Bowl. So I've been like I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now tonight. And then tomorrow I don't work for the first time. It's been brutal.
Your son was supposed to come last Wednesday.
Really,
he kind of screwed you to enter the world because you would have been off for all of WrestleMania weekend, right?
Yeah, but I still would have watched, and then I would have gotten sucked into working and stuff like that. So I'm actually, it's better off that happened. And to be honest with you, he was going to be taken early. His due date would have been April 10th. Like that was the original due date. So he is now like almost 3 weeks old, and we're not even at the fucking due date yet, which is very interesting. Like, oh shit, he literally is 3 weeks old.
But he is in a world where Kofi Kingston is fucking champion. So at the very least, even if Ross sucked, we have that.
Yeah, and Becky too. He's gonna come up. This is he's in the boss fucking. Oh, I almost said the boss era. Yo, BG, can I say something?
I don't think that's ever gonna be an era.
It's boss time.
Fuck you.
And by boss time means I'm going to half-ass it out of here and not really try it that hard because we are out of here. God bless America, guys. We'll see you back here on Get Vocal next